All right, so we have the top 6 about to be determined.
There's 6 chairs behind the podium. Like, yeah, this is going down now.
So we're gonna start by having the following people come up to the front. Henry Whitfield, Anthony BRUNO, Alex Martinez, Andrew Blanchette, and Andrew CORRY. All right, I'm gonna ask the following people to please step forward. Henry, Alex, Andrew Blanchette. I'm sorry to tell you, but you won't be drafted. Thanks for coming out, we appreciate it.
Good job, guys.
Andrew CORRY. I'm gonna ask you to step back with the rest of the group. Anthony. Congratulations, you're the first member of the top 6.
Great job.
I was the happiest guy in the world. I go up to shake their hands. I was elated. Like, everything I've done up to this point kind of led to that moment. But I knew right away, like, this process is just beginning, and I gotta keep bringing it every single day. I can't stop.
All right, the second group consists of Justin Kelly, Harrison Bourdon, Joseph OTOO, Joseph Aminzada, and Luke Reynolds. Harrison. For now, I'm gonna ask you to step back with the rest of the group. Justin, Joseph, Luke, step forward, please.
I had that front row seat. I was the first guy, so I was relieved right away, but it was just so tough watching guys that, like, it's crazy because I didn't even meet these guys before, but you're watching them on the internet all year. So you see them for the first time and it's like you've known each other for 10 years. And then you see them, walk out the door.
Guys, sorry to tell you, but you won't be drafted.
I mean, some of them took it well, but others were just crushed. That's their dream right there.
Joseph, Joe2, congratulations, you've made it to the top 6.
Yeah, so after O2 took that seat beside me, then Teddy was up next, so Teddy got through. And then after that, Brett Gonsalves got through. So the 4 of us are sitting there. And then when I was up with Andrew CORRY, they told him to go back and sit with everybody else. And they kept doing that over and over.
JJ, how you feeling right now?
There's a lot of tension here. It's ridiculous, bro. I don't mean to call you bro, I did.
That's all right. I like to call you bro.
Okay, bro, it's ridiculous.
But I gotta tell you, since you did call me bro, I'm gonna have to send you back with the rest of the group.
Oh, come on.
Courtney, I'm gonna ask you to go back to the rest of the group as well.
And eventually they call up 5 of us, and it was Courtney, Andrew CORRY, myself, JJ, and Jude. And there's 2 spots up there, and by this time everyone else is gone, and I know what's happening. And everything's up in the air.
Here's the reality of the situation. Somebody up here fought for each one of you to be here, but we actually have not yet determined who those last 2 spots are gonna be. So we thought it would be fair for us to have the conversation and the deliberation with all of you in front of us, and to ask you to help us determine who actually belongs in the top 6. So Jude, I'm gonna start with you. Why do you deserve to get a final spot in Gillette drafting?
I feel like I came in today and I definitely proved myself with the obstacles that we had today. Definitely could have done a little better on my highlight read.
Quite frankly, I don't mean to sound disrespectful or anything like that, but when you take a look at all the top 24 people, people are going to want to see me on TV.
JJ Lieberman, I'm the guy who thought you should be in the top 6.
Alex.
However,
Okay,
the
right.
concern is, will you be able to dial it down a bit?
Can I answer?
Absolutely.
Sure. So I had the opportunity to go to umpire school to play umpire in professional baseball. And the first thing that they said is that we can always tone you down but we can't tone you up. I'm not gonna out-knowledge a guy, I'm not gonna out-presence a guy, but I really believe I go for the out-entertain, and I'm gonna outwork most people.
Harrison, let me ask you, why should you be in the top 6?
I love sports. I spent this entire summer just absolutely breaking down everything I possibly could. I tried to stay as active as I could socially.
I don't
Every
look
video,
like a sportscaster, and I really know my sports, and I love them. And I feel like I can appeal to a different demographic that wouldn't necessarily relate to a sportscaster.
Coming into boot camp for me, there was Harrison and there was Anthony Bruno. It was 2 people that I was like, these guys are deadlocks, they're in. And we didn't see the best from you today, Harrison. That's just the truth of the matter. But I like the way he thinks about sports. He brings a unique perspective, and you should know that. You did a fantastic job this summer. I saw the work that you put in, and I just really think that he has the potential to not only be a good addition to this show, but to actually work here.
Andrew, one of the things about you today that we saw is at the end of the run-through of all the challenges, your personality really came out. The trick is going to be, how do you get that personality into everything that you do?
Before I answer this question, I need to say though that I do feel blessed just to be here. I think that everyone standing up here and sitting there is extremely talented, and I'm blessed to have come this far. I know inside that I have the gifts, the abilities to go even further, and I'm a workhorse. I will work hard to be the best sportscaster I can possibly be.
Jenny, you're a fan.
Yeah, he's kind of making me cry. But I think you were strong in all of your challenges. We saw this awesome personality at the end. That's what we talked about. And what I see in you and what you just talked about was this, you're a guy's guy, you lead with class. I see that come through, and I think you can do it. And I still feel really strongly.
Courtney.
Yes.
Cam is a big fan. He thinks that you should be in the top 6.
Feelings mutual, Cam.
Nice. Tell us why you deserve the spot.
Why I deserve this spot?
Yeah.
I think that if I'm being honest, I would say that if I'm looking around at these wonderful gentlemen, I would honestly say that probably my starting point was at a lower base than where most of these guys were starting at. With that said, I feel like I have a ton of potential, and I've watched the show, I've seen the talent that you guys have been able to develop, and I know that that's in me and it can be brought out, and I can do great things here. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
One of the reasons that I did this is because I wanted to hear from you guys, and I wanted to hear what you actually had to say. JJ and Jude, I think you guys have done a great job. I think you guys really handled yourselves well. I think it's really close, but I'm sorry to tell you, and it pains me to tell you, but neither one of you will be drafted.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you.
Greg is a guy I've been watching since I was a kid. Like Greg, Tim, Sid, I grew up watching the score, Now Sportsnet 360, so to be able to sit there and actually get positive feedback from somebody like Greg Sanstoni and Cam, it was awesome. It was awesome.
How you doing?
It's rough. People don't get, I'm 32 and I failed in so many ways. But it was my fault.
Dude, this wasn't a failure.
No, and that's
No,
what I'm saying.
no, and that's I hope you take from that.
This is the first thing I've ever gotten into. At 32, I haven't burned the bridge.